breaking news. The Hot Java SMP has begun its 4th season, to excitement from all members alike. The first week since launch has been a bumpy journey for sure, but that's to be expected as staff need to work out what works and what doesn't. Elevators. For many players, however, mechanical failures and local tech have been responsible for a variety of different deaths. The main culprit for these deaths is reportedly the elevators surrounding spawn. Some players have reported falling through these elevators to an untimely demise. Here is some live footage of one of these many incidents that took place.
Oh no, you might fall to the floor. Uh-oh. Anyway, there's a village. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Oh no! Despite these failures, the Spawn has seen some serious love this season, with special appearances from many familiar builds from a variety of different seasons. And to show our love, here is some of the many breathtaking views you can find at Spawn. Throughout the week, many players have been getting familiar with the lands and the local wildlife. Many reports conclude that seagulls that surround the beaches of Hot Java have a tendency to grab food straight out of your hands with little remorse. Snacking is not advised. Here at Hot Java Weekly, we are a bit understaffed, so before we get back to the news, here's me with the weather. Thank you, me. The skies of the Hot Java server have been far from clear this week, as due to the lack of sleeping, rainy nights have become rainy weeks. The crops, however, are nice and hydrated, and it is recommended that you leave your cauldrons out for collecting, as you're bound to capture a fair amount of drinking water. Next week's forecasts are hard to tell, but I've got a strong feeling there will be plenty more rain, whether it be caused by ancient rain rituals from the Southerners, or a particular rogue owner using slash commands. More of the news. Many players were concerned with the lack of deserts this season, which many players took it upon themselves to travel thousands of blocks to discover the first of many. We can confirm here at Hot Java Weekly that the first desert was discovered at X negative 1000, Z positive 9200. Here you will find a desert, a lush desert, badlands, and a rainforest close by to help you capture your first monkey. Next up is an advertisement for one of our many up-and-coming local businesses. Here is our bread with his shed.
Do you have a criminal record and insatiable taste for homemade slop? Well, this isn't the place for you. Here at your local franchise Breadshed, I sell only the freshest and definitely edible assortments of food. Our menus vary due to our crops being grown on American soil, which slows down the growth process by at least 74%. If you get a subpar meal, you can be certain that those pesky deep fry loving butter chugging Republicans are to blame. With that said, Hop on down to your local bread shed today.
Residents of the Hot Java SMP have been divided over the local whale population. Some reports have stated that due to whales' tendencies to break blocks in the ocean, this has also made building ocean bases an impossibility. Noise complaints have also been at an all-time high due to these whales, which many residents are also not happy about. However, while there are whale haters, as it were, there have also been an uprising of whale lovers. It's only up to the staff of Hot Java to decide on how to move forward from here. Our final reports for the week regard an issue of the nether. Due to the nether being cut off for the time being, as well as the undergarden, many residents are wondering how they can continue without certain features. One of these features is nether wart. The staff have implemented a server shop to solve this issue at the moment, which is located beneath the Ferris wheel at spawn. We would like to thank you for watching our programming this week, but before we depart, please enjoy our final segment of tonight, Miscellaneous Hour. Good morning and good evening. Welcome to Love or Not. This week's contestants are Harry the Platypus and Gorilla. So, as you can see, these two well-disputed animals are far from alike, but who's to say? Love is love. Will these two creatures, animals, become a couple? Find, how about we interview the two and figure out how compatible our two lovers are? Harry the Platypus, is it true that you've got a certain type when it comes to men in lab coats? Interesting. Let's ask him some other very interesting questions. Harry the Platypus, do you struggle to look people in the eyes when they're talking to you? A feisty one this is. And for our final question, Perry, what do you look for in a lover? Now that's some deep stuff. Now time to interview our other contestant. Gorilla, how much do you like banana?
That's actually incredibly racist.
The question everyone wants to know, Gorilla. Are you in any way, shape or form related to Arctic?
Never even heard of him. Sounds like a punk though.
It appears the mystery continues. And for our final question, Mr. Gorilla, what do you look for in a lover?
Monkeys don't discriminate. Also, Perry's mother is a pill-pushing whore.
Well, it turns out, folks, that our two lovers are far from compatible. Who would have guessed? Next week, we have our owner Sammy B and Phantom K. Will they hit it off? Find out next week on Love or Not. Or probably not, because I don't think I'm doing this again.